Alright, welcome back to Papafast Broken Bougie Kitchen. That's right. Now today we're going to be making grilled cheese. Bonus, we're also going to be making a fried bologna sandwich. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably at home like, but Papa, I already know how to make those things. Now you might, but not like me. And we're going to fuck it up. Let's go. Now for today's food that we're making, we only need a few different things. One, obviously we're going to need bread, as do both recipes use fucking bread. Now, I'm using white bread. Now, this is the cheapest bread that I could find. And it doesn't matter what kind of bread you use. If you don't like white bread, use wheat bread. If you don't like wheat bread, get rye. It really doesn't fucking matter. Make your sandwich the way that you like to make your sandwich. Obviously, we also need cheese. Now, about 3 weeks ago, I was feeling bougie on payday, and I got myself some Velveeta slices. Use anything that you have around the house. It really doesn't fucking matter. Now, you're going to need yourself some meat here. You're going to get some bologna. This is what this is. Now, this is thicker than normal. I asked the guy to do it, and he got pissy with me, so I almost bitch slapped his ass, but that's not what happened. Also, we're going to need a little bit of onion. Remember the one that I used yesterday? This is his conjoined twin that I fucking surgically removed. Here it is right here. Now, we're going to use that. Now, if you remember way back when what Shrek said, he said fucking onions have layers, and they do. Now, what you're going to want to do for this particular cooking, you're going to need to take out the fucking center of this thing. That way, when you chop it, it's just in half rings. Now, most of the time, people would use butter for their sandwiches. I don't use butter for my sandwiches. I use mayonnaise. Now, hear me out. That sounds really fucking weird, but the idea behind that is butter actually has a very low burn rate. That's why if you make a grilled cheese sandwich and the first side looks good, but the second side might burn, your pan got hotter, and the butter itself burns very quickly. That's why you use something like mayo. It has different oils in it that actually have a higher burn rate. And you'll get more than likely a way more golden brown, perfect sandwich every single time. Now today, I'm going to be using cast iron. Now if you don't know what cast iron is, it's fucking cast iron. That's it, right there. They're typically black. Now, I use cast iron. I like the way that it cooks. If you don't have a cast iron, use non-stick. It doesn't fucking matter. Now, the idea behind this is that cast iron will last you a lifetime. Most likely, if you have a grandmother, she has one of these. And if she's on her fucking deathbed, get it from her. Because this shit is priceless, motherfucker. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, I'm also going to be putting a little bit of tomato on my sandwich. Now, if you don't like tomato, don't fucking put it on. It's as simple as that. I do. Now, if you're allergic to the shit, I have a friend at my work that is actually allergic to tomato. The fuck did I just say? Allergic to tomato. Now, if that be the case, and you really want to try it, and I mean really want to fucking try it, just get your EpiPen and put it on standby, motherfucker. Okay, so now with a little bit of TV magic, so if you're cooking along with me at home, you're fucked because I'm already done with this shit. I got these chopped up the way that I told you to do it, so if it don't look like this, you're absolutely fucked. Now, I already got all this shit put on, all this mayo. Don't put too much, that's just wasteful, you piece of shit. I got some mozzarella here for my sandwich. It's a much better sandwich. It can be bougie. Also, yes, we have pesto. Why pesto? Why not pesto, motherfucker? I had that in Florida, and it was absolutely amazing on my sandwich, so I'm going to recreate it here. Now, I did realize this is not nearly as thick as I wanted it to be, so I should go back there and bitch slap that motherfucker. But we're going to take this over here to our pans. We have cast iron. That's right, Papafast even got a baby fucking skillet to beat your ass with if you keep talking shit. And we're going to put a little bit of your favorite extra virgin olive oil in this pan. Not a shit ton, but just a little bit, and that's only to saute these motherfucking onions. We're going to throw them in there. That was anticlimactic. I didn't let it heat up enough, so that fucking sizzle isn't there like it's supposed to be. It's not fucked up, don't worry. It's going to get better, I swear to God. There's the fucking sizzle. It's right there. Yeah. Now, while those are fucking sitting there sizzling, remember what I said about tomato. If you're still allergic to this shit, we have to have tomato soup. What is a fucking grilled cheese without tomato soup? Now, I'm going to just put this in the motherfucking pan right now. Now, you got to add water and or fucking milk. It says you can do that on the back. Now, I use milk because I want this shit creamier than your mother's ass cheeks. And I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to actually use 2 cans, but we're not just going to use fucking can flavor. That shit's disgusting. We're going to doctor it up. We're going to take a little bit of fucking garlic salt. We're going to put a little bit of that in there. We're going to put a little fucking cayenne pepper in there for a little bit of heat. And some paprika. I put way too much fucking garlic in there. Alright, you might have thought that I fucked up, but papafast don't do that shit. So I ended up scooping out some of that fucking garlic, and it still tastes alright. I ended up going ahead and putting a little bit more other shit in there. I'm gonna end up putting some fresh cracked black pepper. I'm pretty sure I fucked up whatever I just said. Crack. You know what the fuck I mean. Anywho, I'm going to take this bologna and throw it in that motherfucking pan. It's going to start sizzling. These onions are starting to be nice and caramelized. I'm going to leave them in the pan. That way they continue to darken. Also kind of give my bologna a little bit of a flavor. I have this pan heating up very, very slowly. I don't want it to get too hot. If it's too hot, you will still burn your fucking sandwiches very, very quickly. And you do not want that to happen, so don't fucking do that shit. Drop the fucking bologna in the sink! Okay, now that the bologna is done, and this one hasn't been dropped in the fucking sink, we're going to put it on the sandwich, and we're going to top that with our cheese. I already did the other one. We're going to top that with cheese. We're going to take a little bit of this pesto sauce, not a lot. The shit's very strong. It has garlic in it. And we're going to put that on the sandwiches, and we're going to spread that shit around a little bit. Just a little bit. And we're going to spread that shit around a little bit. Just a little bit. Just real fucking nice on that. Yeah. And we're going to top it with, yes, I grabbed it with my hands, onions. We're going to top it with our fucking onions. And then we're going to put the top pieces of bread on our sandwiches. Now, all of them have been assembled, and we're going to start frying these up because the soup is already hotter than your sister taking a shower. Now, let's take these sandwiches. It will not take long. I'm going to actually do a grilled cheese first because they've been sitting here the longest. And we're going to just plop that motherfucker on there. Do you hear that? You hear that shit? You hear it? My face is down here. Put your fucking face on this. Yeah, there it is. It's real nice. It does not take long. I'm rinsing my hand off. This is how long it's going to take, okay? Don't get water everywhere. Take your spatula. Okay, now we're sitting here. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. We don't know how long we're waiting. We're going to turn that shit up, though. We're waiting. Get the fuck back on there. And we're waiting. And we're waiting. And we're waiting. Please, God. Yes. Exactly as I promised. It's fucking glorious. Glorious. Now that everything's done, the only thing that you can do is plate that shit up. You got your beautifully cooked sandwiches, and you got yourself some very flavorful, canned, then fucking made, amazing canned soup. And it's just a meal to behold, ladies and gentlemen. Just remember, keep on cooking. You'll get wifed up eventually. This has been papafast, and I'm signing out on papafast fucking broke bougie kitchen. This isn't fucking CGI. This is really on fire, you son of a bitch.